My fourth point of secret of success in magic would be to create a memorable, entertaining, magical experience. I keep asking myself, am I creating a memorable, entertaining, magical experience when I'm developing a new routine? And Paul, notice that magical is third in line.
That's right, it is. It's not at the top.
No,
Why would that be?
Because entertainment is paramount. Magic is only a vehicle for the entertainment. And that's one of the major secrets. If you watch someone
Good point, yeah.
Performing, you want to be entertained by them.
Yes.
You don't want it as a challenge.
So I know exactly what you're saying, because in the trade show business, and I've heard this many times, you hear it over and over, and I don't know the name, I wouldn't even mention the name of the performer, but there are some performers who are technically incredible, some of the best magicians in the world, technically.
Great.
I know of a story where they were put into a trade show situation and didn't even last half a day.
I agree.
So that's why that's a third down the list. I mean, it really is. It's all about entertaining.
Well, we have a very joint good friend. He opened with Shirley Bassey's show with a thumb tip.
That's right, yes. I know exactly, and I worked on television with him, and he, with a thumb tip, is incredible. But he is one of the most entertaining performers, and he works all over the world. He's constantly busy.
That's right.
Oh, I mentioned his name, Guy Cater, and one of the busiest, again, like yourself, constantly working all over the world. Not just with his thumb tip, but certainly an incredible entertainer. You can put him in any situation.
Well, he takes basic items, just the very basic items, and makes them $1 million.
So it's not the magic, is it?
It's
the magic, and I think the real magic to me is as we talked about this, the real magic is perhaps the entertainment, and the entertainment comes back to you.
The you.
Isn't it? That's point number one. It comes back to you. Once you know who you are, and you're comfortable with that on stage, then you can be entertaining.
Correct.
And whether or not you speak, I mean, in my show, there's Charlie Chaplin, I don't speak. And even though it's funny, because when I talk to people about this is a funny point, they say, well, it's not you, it's Charlie Chaplin. I say, no, you don't understand. It still is me, and I know it's me. When I'm on stage, I'm more comfortable on stage than I am when I'm not on stage, because I know exactly who I am on stage. I'm in control. And so even though I'm impersonating somebody else, Charlie Chaplin, and I don't speak on stage, I still feel that's who I feel more comfortable.
That's
and
right.
I feel there are things there that I know. And it takes a long time. At the same time, as you say, entertainment is number one.
It's a major point.
People don't go away going, gosh, did you see that second deal? That was the best second deal I ever saw. Well, if they say that, then they didn't see a good second deal. But people go away, gosh, that was funny. Or, gee, I came out with the hair standing on the back of my neck. That was so entertaining or so moving. You know, not all magicians are funny. It's just once you find out who you are, and it's entertaining.
You've got to be careful you don't get caught into what I call magic for magicians.
But there is a market there for that.
Oh, it is.
Isn't it?
Yeah, very much so.
And again, well, like this one. But again, it's about knowing your market. You see, there are magicians, and I know you're not nervous, but you're a little uncomfortable because you're not used to this.
That's right.
Because you're so used to performing in front of public, not in front of one camera. But it's knowing the market. And if your market is for magicians, and you know that you can make a great living, and people do, by doing teaching tapes or teaching third deals, then that's your market, and that's absolutely
different. What I was getting at was trying to do what I call magic for magicians, for
yes.
lay people.
For lay people, right. And I think those people that can do that sort of magic should look at their market and maybe reevaluate it. Because those sort of people often aren't successful, are they?
Well, they're usually not professionals.
No. And it's just a matter of maybe looking at their market. They maybe haven't thought about it. Maybe they should look at switch. And it's just about change, adapting change. All these points you've made.
Finding who you are.
Finding who you are, and then going there. So that's a great point. Let's talk about. Let's look at an example, if we can, about your theory that you just mentioned. Making
a memorable, entertaining, magical experience.
Making an entertaining, magical.
A memorable, entertaining, magical experience.
That will come up in a queue in a minute on the TV. But let's look at that. If you create a routine, let's talk about that.
Okay, we'll take the last one, the Kevin James umbrella.
Right. Okay.
And what I did is I looked at it and I wanted to do a card stab, but I didn't want to do one with the sword,
Right,
and
yeah.
I had a card fountain. I worked right through the routine from the music, how I was going to present it, and now you're seeing the routine. Maybe it'll be on the disc. It's quite entertaining.
And you take that and you've really thought about it, you've really put the work into it. So it's not just getting a magic trick, reading the instructions, you've thought about how can I make this entertaining,
I agree.
right?
And also, the only way is you've got to work it. When you have a new routine like that, don't set it in ice straight away. Play with it, change it, and
Right.
until you feel really happy and comfortable, then you can set it. But do at least 30, 40 shows with it.
Sure, and again, this is great advice, we talked about this before, if you're starting out and with magic, or you're thinking about becoming a professional magician, or even semi-pro, maybe you think, well, I'd like to start getting paid for work. A great way to do that is to do those charity shows, right?
I agree.
And if you're a professional, you get the opportunity to put one or two new pieces in, or a new piece in, new routine in. So when you put a new magic piece into your show, see, I don't see them as tricks, I see them as pieces in my mind.
Yeah,
Or
effects.
I actually think I see them as pieces because
Routines.
routines, yeah.
Entertaining routines.
Entertaining routines, very good. So so you do all your background information. Again, it's about using the internet to do the research.
That's
I know
right.
you with that particular routine.
We talked it over.
You and I talked it over, but you talked it over. You put it in the e-zine. You used a new medium, well, not new anymore, but the internet to do your research. And I don't go on these things much more, but there are, and you can do research on. There's I don't know if you've ever seen this thing. It's called the Magic Cafe.
Yes.
You can.
There's lots of resources.
There's lots of resources. That's right, and you can use those. Skype.
And that's great because I can talk face to face and have a jam session with other professionals all over the world and say, hey, I'm working on this. Do you have any ideas? And boy, they come up with some really great ideas because I'm not working on their patch.
Right, that's right.
And we can share.
Yeah, and that's the great thing again about getting back to it, but encouraging using technology to help you work on ideas. So it's really embracing, let's get back to the other point, I know, but it's embracing the technology, embracing the change. Because I think all of your points, I think they all merge right into each other. They all merge in.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? So the entertaining, routine needs to be entertaining. Let's just go over that one more time so I can understand. Say that one again. Memorable, entertaining, magical experience.
And I ask myself every time when I'm creating a routine, am I creating a memorable, entertaining, magical experience?
Right.
And if I am, it's usually successful.
Great.